All right,
we
do
gotta
we
make sure we
have quorum here? We've got Councillor Corser, Councillor Rietma, Councillor Nixon, Councillor Harvey, Councillor Negussi, myself, and Deputy Mayor Thompson, which is quorum. We're missing Councillor Morales, and we're missing Councillor Kungle, and we're missing Councillor Hamilton and Councillor Harris. We're going to get going with the meeting. It's an emergency meeting, but before I get into that, we're going to do the land acknowledgement. And the clerk, do you need to call it to order officially?
Sure. I now call this council meeting to order.
Perfect. The clerk's with me in the room, as is Deputy Mayor Thompson. The City of Barrie acknowledges the Barrie or Medante Springwater Boundary Adjustment Act 2025 on December 11th, 2025. As a result, as of January 1st, 2026, all impacted properties will become part of the City of Barrie. I directed the CAO and staff to conduct an official plan amendment to the City of Barrie official plan to include properties impacted by Bill 76 to allow for a comprehensive land use planning and infrastructure planning exercise. To allow this land use planning exercise sufficient time to occur, today I am presenting an interim control bylaw that will be moved by Deputy Mayor Thompson under Section 38 of the Planning Act for Council's consideration. The interim control bylaw would apply to the properties impacted by Bill 76, with the following exceptions to support employment, land development, and healthcare opportunities. And I know that Councillor Rietma has identified that he wants it clearly articulated which one's which, but we'll get there. Those properties are 0 Georgian Drive, 366 Penetanguishene Road, along with 384 Penetanguishene Ride and 3218 Wilson Drive, 816 Sunnydale Road, and 700 Sunnydale Road. An interim control bylaw is a temporary municipal planning tool that puts a hold on the redevelopment of any property or subject to the interim control bylaw while a municipality is completing a study or updating their policies. In this case, it would be in place to allow city staff time to complete an official plan amendment. Interim control bylaws can be enforced in effect for a period of 1 year, with the possibility of a 1-year extension. During this period, new land uses that are not already permitted are prohibited. Rezonings and minor variances cannot be approved, and construction of new structures, additions, or significant exterior alterations is not allowed if they're not permitted under the current zoning bylaws of Springwater or Medante. No notice or hearing is required prior to the passing of an interim control bylaw, but the clerk of the municipality must give notice of the passing of the bylaw within 20 days. Once an interim control bylaw is in effect, another one cannot be in place on the same lands for a 3-year period. It's anticipated the interim control bylaw will be repealed when the official plan amendment exercise is being completed, which is anticipated to be prior to the 1-year period, and for which this current interim control bylaw would be in effect. I believe it's the best way to give our civil service time to connect with the property owners impacted by Bill 76, do land use planning exercises that aligns with our original intention of efficiently planning and developing these lands for the benefit of the entire city. Our civil servants are ready to begin this work, and we'll be working hard to bring something forward to council as soon as possible in 2026. City staff will be able to work with property owners and city council through the process. An interim control bylaw will determine how and when redevelopment can occur on the properties impacted by Bill 76 by allowing time for comprehensive land use planning exercise to be done first. We want development to take place, but it's important that we get it right for the City of Barrie. So with that, I'm going to go over to Deputy Mayor Thompson, who I believe has a seconder in Councillor Harvey. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor Nuttall. Moved by myself, second by Councillor Harvey, that leave be granted to introduce the following bill, and this bill will be read a first, second, and third time on this day and finally passed. Bill 124.
You pass it. It's moved by Deputy Mayor Thompson, seconded by Councillor Harvey, that leave be granted to introduce the following bill, and this bill will be ready for a second and third time this day and finally passed. This Bill 124. Now, before that's on the floor now, and Councillor Reitman, if it's okay with you, I'm going to bring up what your concern was, and I just want to know from our staff whether they need direction for this or it's already being incorporated inside of the direction of the bylaw. Madam Clerk, there was a question from Councillor Reitman with regards to the zoning that's identified being either medical or industrial. And he wants to make sure that the medical is applying to the lands along Penetanguishene Road and Georgia Drive, which is what the intention is because it's for the use of a hospital. And then the industrial zoning is only applying to the northwest properties that are what I'll refer to as the Barrie welding lands.
Mayor Nuttall, I would probably refer to either Ms. Banfield, she's on the call,
No problem.
to answer the question.
Ms. Banfield, over to you.
Thank you, Mayor Nuttall, for the question. That's exactly correct. The you've got it 100% correct.
So it's only for those specific uses, those specific properties, not medical and industrial across all of them.
Correct. Medical on the properties related to the hospital, and then employment on the other properties you referenced. Correct.
Wonderful. Councillor Reitman, is that good enough for you?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I mean, the way that it was written, you could consider it to be on either, industrial or hospital use. But if we're assured by staff that we have the hospital use on the Georgian and Penetanguishene Drive, that's good enough for me at this point. Just want to be clear that that's the case.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. Are there any other questions or concerns from members of council? Okay, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to call a vote on the bylaw.
I think, Mr. Mayor, Councillor Corser has her hand up.
Oh, for some reason I can't see
Oh,
that.
go to the view. Yeah. Gallery, there you go.
Where's okay, Councillor Corser, go ahead.
Is okay now. Sorry, I had to find the mute button. Just a quick question. I can't hear very clearly, Mayor Nuttall. I'm just wondering why this constitutes an emergency meeting. I wasn't clear on that.
Well, the date that the land comes into Barrie is January the 1st. We want to make sure that we have the interim control bylaw completed in advance of the land coming into Barrie to ensure that no landowners could actually file proposals in advance of the interim control bylaw being put in place. If that were to happen, I think that we'd be in a position where we'd have to go and adjudicate those proposals on those pieces of property, which is not something that we want to do. And we don't know who owns what and who's prepared for what. So the best case for us is to make sure that we are responsible and ensure that we have the interim control bylaw in place in advance rather than after.
Okay, thank you. I'm good.
Any other, Michelle, or sorry, Ms. Banfield, did I properly?
Mayor Nuttall, that's correct. If an application came in, we would have to process it. We wouldn't have the ability to not process it.
Okay, any other questions from members of council? I'm seeing none, so I'm going to call the vote on it. All those in favor? Okay, that carries unanimously. And there you go, Madam Clerk. We're going to go to the confirmation bylaw, Mr. Deputy
Thank you, Mayor Nuttall. Moved by myself, second by Councillor Harvey. Leave be granted to introduce the following bill, and this bill be read a first, second, and third time on this day and finally passed. Bill 125.
It's moved by Deputy Mayor Thompson, seconded by Councillor Harvey. The confirmation bylaw, leave be granted to introduce this bill, and this bill be read a first, second, and third time this day and finally passed. Bill 125. Are there any questions or comments from members of council? Seeing none, all those in favor? It carries. Thank you, everyone, for not calling for a recorded vote. We're going to move into adjournment. Do I have a mover and seconder for adjournment? I've got Councillor Riepma and Councillor Harris. All those in favor of adjourning? Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and thank you for joining in this quick meeting for us.
Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.